This is a job where a customer is wanting to cut out some hinge holes for actually door hardware holes on a door using an aggregate head. So you can see that toolpaths have been created, a hatch fill has been created, and an offset here has been created to drill those holes using an aggregate head, and they've been rotated around to face in the kind of the positive Y direction, so rotated 90 degrees around the x-axis. So when we output that, we basically want to set up the driver so that it has a tool, so in this case a 1/4 inch end mill, and in the position of wherever the aggregate head is going to be, obviously in the output. And then when it comes time to output the file, so I'm going to create a file, so we'll call it door1. So what's going to come up is an aggregate head parameters that is going to give us the opportunity now to define the orientation of the aggregate head that we're going to output to. So in this case, I want the aggregate to be facing sort of rotated 90 degrees, where 0 is in the positive x direction. So if I rotate that around 90 degrees, I'm now facing in the positive y direction, and then also it's rotated up 90 degrees, so it's facing horizontal, and so both of those are set at 90 degrees. Information about the offsets to the tool that's something I don't have at this point for a particular machine, but the offsets, horizontal offset and vertical offset of the tool, is something that would want to be input in correctly for the machine, for the setup, the aggregate that you have set. And basically once I do that, it creates the output file. So now let's look at it in backplot. I'm going to open door1, and it looks a little odd from the top view, but if I rotate this around to the perspective view, then it starts to look a little bit more like we would expect, where the tool is going to come over and drop down to the start point for the hatch and cut each of the subsequent tools out, lifting up in between tool paths to move over to the next. And so anyway, it should operate pretty much like it does for a normal, what we would think of as a normal vertical z-axis type tool path, in this case with a horizontal tool path that is in the positive y direction and utilizing that configured aggregate head. So anyway, that's how the output like this is recognized by EnRoute, and then EnRoute gives you the opportunity to define the tool that's going to cut that particular tool path. So I hope this helps.